Maybe they're studying.
We'll wait another 2 minutes.
Okay.
हाँ सर.
ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದ ನೋಡಿ
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ.
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತವರೆಗೂ 12 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ
ಯಾವತ್ತೋ ಒಂದಿನ 12 ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 8 9
ನೋಡಿ ಅವ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಸೂರ್ಯ. Surya, you do one thing. In your unofficial group, you put one message. Tell them to join immediately for the class because already it is very late. Only you are there. Put one message.
Hmm.
Yes, Surya, can you see the screen? Can you see the PPT?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There. I'll start. I'll start my class. Let them join. So students, in last class we have seen about the group discussion. So today I thought of conducting an activity, group activity on group discussion. Many of the students are not there, so that's why I'm starting. I'll start with the next topic, new topic, that is effective presentation strategy. Students, in your class, in your regular semester, if you remember, every Saturday or monthly two or monthly one Saturday, we conduct seminar. Do you remember? No, we call some external person. We call some external person, and we'll tell them to deliver some talk on. It may be on placement, or it may be on personality improvement, or any current tools and technology, or how the industry people are working currently. So based on the current trend and based on the information technology, we call some expert and we ask them to deliver a talk. Yes, you remember, no? We have done so many times. So and we have also done PDC, partial delivery of course. In partial delivery of course, what happens, one module will be taken by the handled by the some industry person, because we think that that particular topic will be very much useful in industry. If industry person come and explain about that particular topic, so that the students will get more idea on that, and they'll get a practical knowledge also. That is our agenda. And now you're in fourth semester, so from first semester I think you have attended so many seminars. Yes, do you remember all the seminars? Yes, students, do you remember all the seminars? No. But some seminars will be there, some persons will be there, they deliver a talk very effectively. So they maybe because of their talent, maybe because of their depth knowledge in that particular subject. So whatever you listen in that seminar or in that talk, whole lifelong, you'll not forget that. Yes, like that seminars will be there, no? Some topics or daily you'll attend so many classes. Daily you'll attend so many classes of all the subjects. But some of the topics will be there. Once you listen in the class, you don't forget. Maybe the topic is very interesting, or maybe the faculty has represented very well. So there may be a number of reasons, but you will not forget that. So what is the reason? The effective presentation. Yes, the presentation should be effective. The way one industry person is there. I forgot that's her name. So every time we call him, so what is his strategy to attract student is he gives chocolate. He asks questions. He asks questions. Dattatreya Vellal, some name is there. So that person, he's an industry person, to attract student and to engage student more in his talk. What he does is he asks questions, and those who give correct answer, right answer, to them he'll give a chocolate. What happens there? See, that is his presentation skill. His presentation strategy is to attract student or to attract audience. Yes, to attract audience. So once, if out of 60 students, only 10 students are attentive in the talk. If only 10 students are attentive, so they 10 will get more chocolates. Then what the remaining students will think? Yes, if we attend attentively, if we answer correct to whatever the sir is asking, so we'll get some chocolate. So students, see, getting chocolate is not big, it is like happiness. The students will be more happy if they get chocolate. So that is the strategy, or that is the talent that particular person has to attract the students or to attract the audience. So like that, some may add animated videos in the presentation, so that to attract the students, to make the presentation more interesting. To make the presentation more interesting, they what they do, they add some videos, and some in between, some what they do in between, they tell some jokes, some what they do in between, they tell some real time examples. So it depends on the person, how they make their presentation effectively. Yes, is how they make the presentation effectively. There are some of the strategies for effective presentation. The introduction part. So what is in introduction part? So main thing, when we do presentation, the agenda or the topic should be clear. The topic should be clear to each person. So who all are there in the presentation as an audience, that topic should be related to them. So to MCA students, if I call some person, and if I tell that person to explain on some chemical equation. Yes, if I ask that person to explain on chemical equation, will it be helpful my student? No. See, when we call some person to deliver some talk on any particular topic, it should be related to it should be, maybe it may be helpful, but when we are talking about academics, that my students will not study about the chemical equation. If the students are biochemistry students, or if PU students, in PU they have one subject, chemistry, the subject they have. If they are the audience, or in engineering, P cycle, C cycles are the cycle is there. P cycle means physics cycle, C cycle means chemistry cycle. In chemistry cycle, one one subject they will read on this chemistry, they'll study on this chemistry. For those students, if I call a person on chemistry, who is going to explain about some chemical equation, then it will be helpful for the student. If I call that person for my students, it is not at all useful. Students, you're listening? How many are there?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. You're understanding what I'm trying to explain?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So whatever the topic, the first thing is the topic should be the topic should be relevant to the students or the audience, those who are attending, and it should be clear. The presentation topic should not have any jargons. The presentation topic should not have any jargons. What is jargons? Jargons means complex words. A presentation topic should not have any complex words. It should be simple. It should be simple and understandable to all the audience. And next we have audience. Audience, when we talk about audience, first we have to understand that audience, what type of presentation they want. What type of presentation they want, and what is their expectation, first we need to understand. What is their expectation? First, we need to understand. See, in your in MCA only, we have first semester students. First when we say odd semester, in odd semester we'll be having one first sem, third sem, and fifth sem, and in even semester, second sem, fourth sem, and sixth semester. And if I call some person to give a talk or to deliver a talk on personality improvement, then it will be helpful for all the students. It will be helpful for all the students. If I if I call if I call a person to deliver a talk on effective report writing, for sixth semester project. See, that topic definitely it will be helpful for all the semester students. But currently when the student is in first semester, he has to focus on the topics which he is going to study in his academics. The report writing, everything he can give importance in the next semester. But this report writing is very much important for sixth semester students, because in sixth semester they do only the project. They will not be having any of the theory subjects or lab subject. Only in they have 4 to 6 weeks of internship, and then they have uh, project. So project they have to do either in college or either in the industry. They have to do the project, and once they complete the project, they have to create or they have to prepare a report on the project. See, students, in sixth semester the report is very much important, because first we'll send a soft copy of the report to the university. First, we'll send a soft copy of the report to the university, and there they'll check the report in Turnitin software. Once it is through with the plagiarism check, then only they are eligible to take up their exam. They will not come and check physically the project unless and until the report is checked in the Turnitin software. Once the report is checked in Turnitin software, if it is accepted, then only they are eligible to take the exam. So similarly here, when I call a person to deliver a talk on how to write effective report for sixth semester project, then the importance of the students is, or the audience should be for sixth semester. Definitely it will helpful for other semester also, but the priority I'm talking, priority will be given to the sixth semester students. And we have to 1 second, students. Students, please give me 2 minutes time. 2 minutes. Um, so students, sorry for the disturbance. Uh, So you were saying about the audience. In the presentation strategy, the very much important thing is audience. When before we start the presentation, we have to think about which type of audience I'm facing. And just now I told you about report writing. Just now I told you about report writing. The report writing, it will be definitely, it will be helpful for all the students irrespective of the semester. It may be first semester, second semester, or third semester, or fourth semester, or sixth semester. But the report is very much important for sixth semester, because the whatever the project they do, first initially the exams will not conduct unless and until the project is checked in the Turnitin software. That's why we have to give more importance for that. And in addition to this, if you want first semester student as a audience, you can take them also as an audience. But we have to understand the learning capability of the students, learning capacity of the students. And we should know that how much the audience know about that particular topic. Correct, no? Yes. When we say a student is a MCA student, definitely that students will be having little or some of the information about the report, how to create a report or how to use MS Office, like that. At least a basic knowledge the students will be having. But 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 meanwhile, there are some students, there may be some students who doesn't know how to work with MS Office, how to work with MS Office. So that is the reason why we have to understand first, as a presenter. First we have to understand the capability or the ability of the audience, or the understanding capacity of the audience, or how much knowledge the audience have as of now, based on the topic which that person is going to explain in that seminar or in that presentation. If that student, or if the audience, or if the students doesn't know how to create a Word document only, if they doesn't know, then as a presenter or as a teacher, we have to explain from the beginning. We have to explain from the beginning. If they know, if the student know how to create a Word document, but if the student doesn't know the macro, you know what is macro? Students, anybody have idea about macro? How to use macro in MS Office? Yes, please respond.
No.
No. You know why we use looping statement?
To execute it.
To
Execute few number of times.
Yes, if you want to display some statement, more than one time, then we go for looping statement. Similarly, in MS Office, if you want to display, say for example, good morning all of you, more than one time, or 10 to 20 times, if I want to display that, then I can use macro. So in macro, what happens? Whatever we are typing, that will be recorded. And that whenever you want, you can display that. That is a use of macro. So the beginners will not be having much knowledge about that. So suddenly if my topic is usage of MS Office or usage of MS Word. If that is my topic, if suddenly if I understand the basics, how to create a document, how to give borders, how to use bullets and numbers, how to give paragraph spacing. If I think myself, the students will be knowing all this, and I can go with the advanced topic like macros. If I start with like this, then the students will not understand. So that's why I have to understand how much knowledge the students have about that topic. If they doesn't know anything about that, then I have to start from the beginning. So that's why I have to understand in the effective presentation, the presenter have to understand the status of the audience. They have to understand the status of the audience and the importance I'll do later. First I'll complete with the presentation skill. What are the presentation skills? Generally if we talk, what are the presentation skills? See, when we do presentation, there are some certain rules are there. When we prepare a PPT also, there are some rules are there. See, now you can see the PPT, students. You can see the PPT. The background is white, and the font color is black. If I change see, you can see the difference now. Yes, you can see the presentation clearly now. You can see the presentation clearly.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, now the font is clearly visible compared to the previous PPT, compared to the previous design. Is it clearly visible now?
No, ma'am.
No, no.
No.
But see this. See this. You can the PPT is very much clear. Why? See, now the background is white and the font color is black. Now the background is also light blue. Even the font color also I have changed to blue only.
Yeah.
Now once again, wait, once again I'll change and I'll show you. Yes, now it is clear compared to the background with black and the font color background with white and font color black.
Not that clear, ma'am.
Not that compared to the previous slide, it is not that much clear. So these are all the presentation skills. So when we do presentation, when we prepare a PPT, all see you may some may think that these are all very simple things, silly things, but these are all very important. These are all very important when we do presentation. And when I do presentation, if you take example of physical presentation, physically when we conduct a class, that time if I look at to only one student, if my target student is only one student, I am not giving importance and I am ignoring to other students. I am focusing on only one student. It is a good way of presentation skill? No, when I do presentation, eye to eye contact should be there with all the students. Eye to eye contact should be there with all the students, and a presentation or what it may be seminar or it may be a general class, a normal class also. The class should be interactive. The class should be interactive. If we want to ask any if the students have any doubt, if the students have any doubt on any particular topic, they have to ask questions. They have to ask questions. And even if the faculty wants to do a brainstorming, then even the faculty or even the presenter will ask questions. Why they do brainstorming? If they ask, the aim of the brainstorming is to get more information or different aspects or different ideas from each student. If they want to collect different aspects or ideas from students, then they do brainstorming. See, all these are presentation skill. And next we have importance. Why the presentation is very much important? See, simply without PPT, also I can explain. Just if I take in online class only, just if I keep textbook with me, and if I switch on the computer and in Google Meet, if I call all my students and if I take class without a PPT, is it helpful? No, because if the PPT is a communication medium between students and the faculties. Yes, here what in the presentation strategy, whatever the points I'm going to explain, so all these are listed here. Yes, all these points are listed here. So when we do presentation, or when we deliver any talk, or when we talk on any of the topic, the PPT is very much important. 1,000 words we can talk, but the same 1,000 words, if we represent in any pictorial form, 1,000 words if I talk, or the same 1,000 words if I represent in a pictorial format, then it will be more informative to the audience. If I explain a Java life cycle, or if I explain any life cycle, then the students will listen and then they'll forget. Either if the same life cycle, if I draw and if I put it in the presentation, then it will be more helpful for the audience. Yes, it will be more helpful for to the audience. So that's why in the presentation strategy, the PPT usage of PPT is very much important. If you are not using PPT, you can either use Blackboard also. If you are conducting any physical class, if you are conducting a physical class, then you can use Blackboard. You can use Blackboard also. Students, only 4 students are there, so that's why I'll stop here. And yes, actually today I thought of doing a group discussion activity. Now only 4 students are there. Shall we do a group discussion activity? Yes. 10 minutes group discussion will do.
Within us itself, yeah.
Yes.
But we need strength.
See, generally in group discussion, 6 to 12 members will be there.
Yeah.
So here we have only 4. So now, Amit, now you got up, Amit? See, students, doing group discussion is very much important. It will be helpful for your placement also. That's why today I thought of doing. In last class only I told you, when in the next class I am going to do group discussion. Then also many students are not attending class today. Okay, in next class we'll do. If you are ready now, no only we can do, but only 4 students are there. You all of you understood the rules and regulations of group discussion?